Hey friends, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing great today. I'm working on a video about what the signs are when you should seek professional help for your mental health issues. But I wanted to throw together a quick video first just to talk about talk therapy. All of us have mental health issues, and all of us should be seeing a therapist. But hey, before I get started on this, I got to tell you something a little bit funny. Kathy works from home, and so I always tell her I'm getting ready to record. I said, okay, I'm going to record now, and she gives me kind of a funny look and says, you probably should put on a shirt. So, hey, I've got a shirt on. How do you like that? We all have mental health issues, and my personal belief is we should all see a therapist, a counselor. I think it ought to be part of all health plans that you see a counselor at least once a year. You know, your brain, your mental health has so much to do with the rest of your life, your physical health, your job performance, everything. I'm going to just quickly go over a handful of issues, and if you have any of these, you should talk to somebody. And one of the things that will happen if you do that is you can find out whether this is just kind of normal behavior or whether you've actually got a diagnosable mental illness. We can change our brains, and our brains is where the mental health issues and illnesses are. It can be cured. There's not one simple cure. You'll see in the brain remodeling project, we've really identified 5 areas you need to work on to be mentally healthy. I've got like 5 or 6 screens, and they each have listed 3 or 4 things to watch for. And if you're having issues with any of these, it's okay. It's good to see a therapist. If you're having issues with sleep, you just can't seem to have regular sleep, or you want to sleep all day, or if you're just feeling too stressed, your counselor can also give you tools to help you be more mentally healthy. If nothing else, we all just need reminders. Once you're reminded that we need to put some effort into our mental health, you look at this screen and you say, oh yeah, we all have that. Relationships are really affected by your mental health. And you might think it's somebody else's problem, but hey, find out. If you can be really honest with your therapist, you can find out where you need to make corrections. Looked at this page, you'd probably say, well, that's depression. And yeah, that's what depression is like. And we all have depression once in a while. But again, your therapist can help you decide whether you need to work more on it. Sometimes these kind of things happen. Anger is actually a diagnosable mental illness. Of course, there's a spectrum. It depends on how angry, how big the outbursts are, and how often they happen and how long they last. If you just don't feel well, if you're not happy, don't we want to be happy? I mean, that's part of life, even though life is difficult. And then here's one that I'm going to make a whole nother video on. And the problem with the things on this screen is the people that have these kind of issues don't always know they have them. My favorite is the very last one. If you think you don't have mental health issues, guess what? You need help. Okay, Mark has been on his, soapbox. I've been on my soapbox for long enough now. Everybody should see a therapist. There's no harm in it. You know, one of the biggest evidences in my life of the need for talk therapy or a counselor is our marriage. We grew up differently. And then I definitely have mental health issues. I wasn't always the best husband. So we have been to a marriage counselor probably at least a half a dozen times in our marriage. And I think the evidence of the value of that is the fact that next month we will have been married 47 years. There was one time Kathy convinced me that we needed to go see somebody, and it was kind of an intervention. And I felt kind of angry because I felt like it was the therapist and Kathy against me. And basically, she said, and the therapist supported, that I either needed to make some changes in my life or our marriage was going to end. It took me a few days to come out of that and think about it and realize, you know what? They are absolutely right. I need to make some major changes. And, I'm not saying I got perfect, but I made some changes 15 years ago so that we could stay together. I believe in therapy. And like it says on screen there, do it for yourself. You're hurting other people if you don't deal with your mental health issues. But mainly do it for yourself. Don't you want to live the best life you can live? And to do that, you're probably going to have to deal with some issues.